In this video, I'm going to show you how you actually build a personal brand as a real estate agent. I'm going to take the example of 4 different individuals that you may know. All these people, you got right here MrBeast, you got Ariana Grande, you got The Rock, you got Taylor Swift. They belong to the influencer economy. And in this video specifically, I'm going to break down how exactly they did it, how they got famous, and how they got filthy rich with their personal brand. How am I building my personal brand? How you can do it too as an agent. So yeah, this is you without your personal brand, and you're gonna do a lot of money with this, especially in real estate. So let's start with Taylor Swift. She was predicted to be estimated $1.1 billion as October of 2023. And she became a billionaire thanks to the earnings of the Eras Tour. She made $1 billion in a tour. That is insane. And how did she do it? She did it with the single strongest personal brand ever as a woman. And these are 5 lessons that I got from her that, I know it may be of use to you. First is longevity. She has been building her personal brand since 2006 when she released her first song. And this is pretty insane. And I want you to get this, which is your personal brand should always be your priority. You should always be building it. You shouldn't care if you actually are having results now. You should stick to it every single day. You see me posting YouTube videos 3 times a week. You see me posting reels 3 times a week. Why? Because I know that the more I do it, the more outcome I will get. I could argue that Taylor Swift got the most famous out of everyone just the last year. And so can you. This is exponential. And I want you to know that you should never compare yourself or your first year with someone's 10th year. 1 post a week for a year means 52 videos, but 1 post a week for 10 years means 520 videos. Think about it like gym reps. You shouldn't compare yourself from a guy that has been going to the gym for 10 years and we've just been doing it for like a month, right? So number 2, then the second lesson I got from her is scaling the unscalable. Taylor Swift appears on fans' weddings, she appears everywhere. She has everything, nobody's expecting it, but she's scaling her personal brand with her fans. She's doing side quests, you could say. So how do you do that remix, right? Well, collaborating posts, you should appear in other people's channels, interviews. If you're a top producer from your broker, well, you should be doing that, and you should be at least getting on interviews with other people, maybe on insurance, maybe a broker, maybe a mortgage lender, something correlated to your industry that you can leverage other people's fan base. And you can become a man of the people or a woman of the people. Basically, you're becoming a major. You need to be posting about your city. You need to be talking about, current events. For example, Miami Music Week was this last week. The realtors that were posting about it and are posting about the best places to stay or the best restaurants to go to. Those are the ones that leverage the most about the current events, and they got the most followers and will probably get the most deals. Number 3 is vulnerability. The songs of Taylor Swift resonate with their audience. They resonate with her experiences. For example, when I talk to my clients, I talk about my own mistakes. I talk about how I lost a lot of money and lost all my client base when I just started my marketing agency 6 years ago. I lost them all because I was an inexperienced kid. I lost everything once again when I paid for a mentor that didn't do anything for me. I lost all of my money, and that is part of my story. That is part of my vulnerability. When I talk about my mistakes. I talk about my F-ups. She talks about heartbreak, something relatable to people, something that normal people could see themselves doing. Yes, you're a real estate agent, but you already have a life. You have a family. Maybe you have a dog. Maybe you walk your dog and you want to show people how you walk your dog. So now you're appealing to the masses that have dogs, right? So that is a way to be relatable. People buy from the closest people they have. So keep that in mind. Number 4 is ownership. Now, she sells all of her stuff. She can do whatever she wants with her stuff, and she does it because she knows that conditions will change. Maybe right now you want to be focused as a real estate agent for first-time home buyers. Maybe in the future, you want to become a real estate agent that focuses on luxury properties. You need to know that conditions change. So you shouldn't just limit yourself into one thing or think that the stuff that you actually do or what you post will eventually become everything you ever want. No. You can change. If you take a look at my feed, I have posts for when I was a kid to posts from now on. It's much different. I used to do lifestyle posts, and I do value content plus lifestyle. So it keeps changing, right? And people change, you change, and people will get that, and they will respect you for it. Number 5 is shifting your identity. She used to be the lovely country girl, the one that fell in love, to the one that was heartbroken, now to a very powerful woman. And it means that you should stay true to who you are. If now you believe in something, if you have certain morals, certain ethics that you want to follow and you want to portray into your personal brand, so be it. If you think those are going to change, so be it. You shouldn't care about this. You change, you're a person, like I said, people will understand it. You should stay true to who you are. I curse, I talk what I want, I don't really care about anything that people think about myself. I just know that what I say is providing value and is helping you as a real estate agent and as a business owner to scale. Now, then the second person is this guy. You may know him, you may not know him, but his name is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which has crossed 800 million with his Aquila brand. I think he's now a billionaire, you could say that. And the first teaching he actually portrayed to me was longevity. He started in 1996 as a football player, and he had the whole faces. He's been doing this for a long time. Same as Taylor Swift. You should stick to it. You should be consistent. You should be disciplined with what you have. And number 2 is pretty important, which is work ethic. He's one of the most ethical persons I know from online. For example, myself, I work from when I wake up till I sleep. Now it's 9:30 p.m. I'm recording this video. Why? Because I know that I have work ethic and I want to provide as much value as possible to my clients, to my people, and to my audience. All this content I'm putting out, everything I know is not going to be taken for granted. I know there's going to be people that value it. I know there's going to be people that are going to use it and are going to implement every single one of the steps that I mentioned here. Number 3 is expand the niches. He started with wrestling, he did football, he was in WWE, he did movies, and this is something that nobody would expect, right? Maybe, like I said, you start in a seller market, then you start to luxury, then you go ahead and do first-time home buyers. Now you're trying to focus more in commercial or Airbnb properties or whatever it is, right? And you shouldn't be ashamed of it. I started organizing files in a tax preparation firm 6 years ago when I first started actually making money. And now I have my own company. We're marketing partners for real estate agents. We also work with online coaches and consultants and agencies. And I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, it's been a learning curve. It's been a learning process. Yes, I've fucked up a ton of times, but I don't think that I should be ashamed of anything like that. And I think you should be proud of your past. You should be proud that you went to football, that you were a cheerleader, that you went to high school. You should promote that because you're a real person. And we know that real estate is all about trust. It's all about people caring about you and, feeling that you want the best for them. It's about relationships. It's about your sphere. It's about all of that. So that's why you shouldn't care or shouldn't mind showing your past, showing your true colors, because people are really going to respect that. And they're going to buy more from you. They're going to sell more for you. So keep that in mind. Number 4 is monetization. There's a lot of ways that you can make a lot of money from real estate. If you think you can only make money out of being like a real estate agent and, just taking the 3% commission or the 6% or whatever it is now with this whole polemic, you could say, you're wrong. I mean, you're an expert. You're an expert in real estate. You know about your market. A lot of investors may be interested in that expertise. A lot of people may be interested in not buying only one home, but a bunch of homes. A lot of people would pay to have access to your information. That is why paid communities, that is why courses, that is why consultants, that is why experts are making such a large sum of money nowadays, because people pay for information, people pay for access, for communities. That is why to my clients we offer them courses, we offer them coaching, we offer them communities, we let them talk with each other, we bring experts, because we know the value of it, and we know that we can monetize a lot of things. I mean, The Rock understood this 100%. He had Project Rock with Under Armour, he had Terramana with his tequila, he had an energy drink, he had a bunch of stuff. So, keep that in mind and don't be ashamed of it. Now, the other person I wanted to learn about was MrBeast, which is considered by many, if not by everyone, as the king of YouTube. And MrBeast, first thing first, he's all about longevity. I mean, you could see him making videos since forever. He's been doing videos for 11 years, and he's been blowing up for the past 5. He started there was this video, I think, that he was counting from 0 to 100,000 live and something like that. And all the money he made, he gave it to a homeless guy. He's been doing this forever. And, I cannot stress this enough. Be consistent. Post on Instagram, post on YouTube, post on Facebook, post on TikTok. This shouldn't be taken for granted. You are who you are, and you should be posting every single day about the stuff you do, about real estate, about the market, about the city, about schools, about best places to visit, best restaurants ever. You should be the #1 fan of your city, and people should trust you enough with your content, with your videos. Why do you think I made these videos? People trust me more. When they get into my program, now they know it actually works because they see a value behind it. They see my videos. They've been looking at what I post. They've been hearing at what I say. That is why people pay me. And that is why people will pay you and will trust you more. Number 2, the second teaching of MrBeast is make clickbait videos true, which is back up your crazy claims. If you say on your YouTube videos that you're gonna tell people how to be like the MrBeast of real estate, this is true. This is the title of the video, how to be the MrBeast of real estate. And this is me teaching you how to be the MrBeast of real estate, how to be a real estate influencer so you become a celebrity and people trust you more, buy more from you, which is all about that. That is why you should be posting on YouTube and on social media. Number 3 is doubling, reinvesting in your compounding vehicle. If you know that when you post on YouTube or when you post on Instagram, you make more deals, then all of the money, if not when a part of it, should be going back to producing more content and making more deals of growing it. You already have a vehicle that is scaling, that's making you money. If you're not taking advantage of that vehicle, you're in the wrong. You should be taking advantage of the vehicle, you should be taking advantage of our content, advantage of ads, advantage of marketing, advantage of other people that will help you grow your business. So he took the money and he poured it into MrBeast Burger, to Feastables. He has a bunch of brands. He has the MrBeast gaming channel that I think he makes a lot of money on. So you have to have bigger goals, and you have to listen to yourself when it's time to double down. Number 4 is packaging. The first 5 seconds of the video should match the thumbnail. People should see your video and should be like, okay, that is the thumbnail, which is MrBeast. He's probably saying, we blow up a whole truck and blow up a whole house, and the winner got 100 grand. Basically, first thing first, he's blowing up. In the first 5 seconds of the video, he's blowing up a house. This guy's insane, but he delivered on the thumbnail. If you show people, or you tell people on your thumbnail that I'm gonna show you the best tricks and tips for sellers, then you should go ahead and tell them the best tips and tricks for sellers in the first 5 seconds, and then you go more in depth, right? You should be always going more in depth. You should be always explaining to people. You should be always meeting expectations, especially in the thumbnails, right? And number 5 is resourcefulness. Resourcefulness, like I said, the 10K homeless guy. MrBeast was doing the video of counting till 100,000. He made 10 grand, and then he made another video with those 10 grand, giving it to a homeless guy. That's resourcefulness. He worked with what he had. If you're not working with what you had, You have to use the things you have by hand and make it happen. Right now, I took a video that I saw from Alex Hormozy and I'm making it about real estate. I'm resourceful. I'm using content. I'm using things that have happened in my life, and I'm producing stuff that makes sense and works for my audience. I'm being resourceful, and that is how you need to be. So that is the key takeaways I want you to take in. Is first, you should be super consistent with your content. You should be disciplined. You should be going all in with it. Second, you should be unscaling the unscalable. You should be leveraging other people's audiences. You should be doing stuff that other people are not willing to do, or to post yourself in other situations. Number three, you should be vulnerable. You should show your true colors. You should show that you actually have a past. You have a work ethic. You have an expanding niche. You have ever-changing stuff, right? Because you're a real person. You show people that you're a real person. 5, you shouldn't be ashamed that you're a real person and you actually shift your identity. If tomorrow you wake up and you're like, no, I just want to sell luxury properties, then go ahead and do it and start doing content about it. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. The only thing that you should be ashamed of is not putting out valuable content like this one. This is very valuable content. Why? Because you're gonna go ahead, you already understand how everything works, and you're gonna go ahead and post content about this, and you're gonna use it, and you're gonna make a lot of money out of this. This is valuable. So now you trust me a little bit more, right? You trust me a little bit more, and then you're gonna go ahead and, okay, this guy actually makes sense. Let's see what he has to offer, because his free stuff is really good, right? My free stuff is really good. So my paid stuff must be 10 times better, if not 100 times better, which is true. That is why I put a lot of this content out. That is why I'm so consistent. That is why everything that I'm telling you to do, I do myself. And that's it. That is the key takeaway I want you to get from this video.